Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.
Hello, you hardcores out there, how are we doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the thing, you know what's going on here? We say the things on here that nobody dares say. God, it's a bit light, isn't it? What's going on? We can't work like this. Do this again, won't we? That's better, isn't it? That's better. We know a song about that, don't we? Is that better? Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Right. Hope everybody's enjoying the latest content. We try to please. If you're not happy, I don't care. Leave a comment in emails. I always look forward to a good laugh. Right. Right. You've probably seen for the last few weeks a really, really good former WBC world champion, Charlie Edwards, ex-Team GB. You've probably seen him, plenty to say on social media, which is really unlike him. He's a really nice kid. He's acting out a character. But when you're on the outside looking in, you've got to get yourself out there, and you get people in your ear hole and up your arsehole telling you, you need to do this. Can you imagine? Charlie, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. Do this, say this. Because I don't see IFL TV ringing him up. It's Charlie ringing them up to get stuff out there. And you've got to do that when you're a manager, aren't you? Charlie's managing himself now, isn't he? Meetings with Spotty Frank and all sorts. Well, why ain't there out in pipeline? If Matchroom wanted to work with you, they'd have put you out by now, wouldn't they? If they cared about your brother, they'd have put money into your brother, wouldn't they? They'd have been headlining in UK, wouldn't he, on World Championship fights. Nobody cares about anybody at that weight. You know what happened to Tommy Frank, don't you, when he got fed to that Olympic gold medalist, Charlie? That's what'll happen to you, mate. And it'll probably be on Sky. You'll probably have to take a fight because they're going to park you up that much till you're begging to fight for chump change. It's a harsh reality, Charlie. Told you this, didn't I, when we met? Harsh reality. You'll be fighting for chump change on an undercard in the UK soon this year. That's what happens. I won't bank on Matchroom looking after you. After you fell out with him before, it is what it is. You know, so can you imagine Spotty Frank and Eddie to be like, oh, Charlie's here again. Watch this here with begging bowl out. Because that's how they talk about fighters when fighters are not there. Look at this here, gagging for it. That's how these people talk, Charlie, but you already know that, don't you? Well, like I said before, and I'll say it again, boxing is the only sport where the lions, which are the fighters, are scared to death of the rats, which are the promoters. Oh, yeah. And they have to suck up to other rats, which are the YouTubers with platforms, because they behave like rats. They do, don't they? They sell the souls. So I like to watch it all unfold. But when you're running around, sticking it to people like Joe Gallagher, Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year, who took you in, didn't he, really, Charlie? Didn't he? He really took you in, didn't he? Because you didn't have a home at the time. Made you part of the team. And now you're going out and attacking his double world champion, Paul Butler, 36-3. Who wouldn't say boo to a goose. A bit like Quiggy, innit? They come, they do the sessions, they have the meal, they weigh the food and all that, and they go home to rest, don't they, them guys? And then they set their alarm clocks for the runs. They live the life. They get as much as they can out of their careers. They're not on social media giving it the big un. Disappointing from you, Charlie. I thought you were opposite to your brother, me. But and it looks to me like he's gone other way now. He wants to be Mr. Humble. This is how I look at it. Where's them X-rays? People keep talking about eye sockets and stuff. Where's X-rays? Where's Billy Joe's X-ray? We waited 32 a month. Where's Sonny Edwards' X-ray? Not there, are they? It didn't happen. I don't believe all these mental health stories. I don't believe it, but that's just me, innit? You know, I'm pretty sceptical about everything I hear in the sport of boxing from people. When people tell me something now, I just go, oh, right, brilliant. And then I think, what a load of bollocks. That's what I think. Unless I know that person personally. But I've heard that much knackers since 2015, April. My head's all mumble jumble. It goes in here and it comes out here. Show me the X-rays. That's what I want to see. I want to see some X-rays. That's what I want to see. We have to give Sonny a little bit of credit, though. He took his licks, didn't he? But he never won a round in a 9-round fight. So, conclusive, wasn't it? Conclusive. But when you've never been in a firefight, that's what happens. You quit. Billy Joe, did he quit? I think he quit. Multi-skilled like Sonny Edwards. But when you've been protected, like I said, he never been in a firefight. That's what happens. You know what I mean? Arturo Gatti, he were in firefights, wasn't he? Before he got to World Championship level. And then once he got there, he was still in him, but he knew what to expect, didn't he? Froch were in firefights, wasn't he? Brian McGee fight, that were a bit of a firefight, even though he dropped him about 4 times. Stages of the fight were a firefight, wasn't it? Until he eventually buried him in 11th and left him on floor, needing oxygen. What happens? It prepares you, doesn't it? But down the line, Billy Joe wasn't prepared, was he, for a Canelo? Sonny Edwards wasn't prepared for a Bam Bam Rodriguez. You know, they get to promised land and we've seen what happened, didn't we? So our lads need to be a bit tougher and need to consolidate a bit more at British level and win them belts outright and learn your crafts instead of going for, you know, these World Championship belts where there's an easy route. You've got to have a little bit of an hard route to learn your crafts, haven't you? Like Clinton Woods, got his face all smashed in, didn't he? Against Crawford Ashley, a British Commonwealth and a European title fight. But he overcame it, didn't he? That stood him in good stead, didn't it? For when he did them 36 rounds with peak Glenn Johnson. Stood him in real good stead, didn't it, that? Don't you think? Just a little porky top gear top tip there for you. So, but Butler against Charlie Edwards, do I see it happen? I've heard back, no. It does not happen at all, which is a shame, but Terry Harper against Natasha Jonas does not happen at all. Why can that be? It's to show disrespect. Charlie, aren't you learning anything from how Steffi Bull carried off with Joe G and Natasha Jonas? Are you not learning anything? Who's advising you? You're supposed to be a manager. Manage yourself. You can't do it. You've got to train and now do interviews. You need a manager, kid, who can go out there and do it for you. All right, that's what you need. It is what it is. Go get Mick Hennessy to manage you. He'll guide you correctly and he'll get you on Sky. But whatever you want to do it for yourself at flyweight, you're just going to be going round and round and round and round in circles. All right, you live near my mate Frank Smith in Bury, don't you, Charlie? Right, you've got my number, give me a ring. I'll give you some advice, Charlie, because you're going down the wrong path. You're going to end up on Skiddy Row if you're not already there. Trust me. All right? A technical technician like Charlie Edwards should have dates. No dates. Why is that? Well, you're managing yourself, so they're going to take piss out of you for starters. They're going to get to know your feelings and what you want and all that. You'll be opened up like a can of worms, mate. You need a manager, somebody who's going to go in for back-to-back for you. And it'd be worth paying fee because you'll be getting more than what you'll be able to get yourself, but you'll know best. But it is what it is. You're talking about blurred visions, Charlie, in one eye or something. Blurred vision in one eye. Well, he's still got his other eye, hasn't he? It's like when, who is it? I think I broke my arm. Well, you've still got another arm, haven't you? But what, Danny Williams, I think I've done my arm on my shoulder. You got another arm. Still knocked Audley out, didn't he? So, or whoever it were that he knocked, not Audley, it was somebody else, wasn't it? He knocked somebody out, didn't he? Oh, sorry, it was Audley knocked somebody out, didn't he? And he had one arm, didn't he? Knocked somebody out in a fight, and then he got his, you know, he got his big break then, didn't he? With Sprott or something, I forget now. It's a long time ago, but got two hands. If one's no good, you still got another hand. If one eye's blurred, you still got the other eye. Blurred vision. I don't want to hear that. He quit. Sonny Edwards quit. He whispered in his trainer's ear. Then trainer waved it off just to cover himself, just like Mark Tibbs did with Billy Joe. No shame in that if you've had enough. Some people's threshold for pain's not like other people's. Some people are not sick at it like Gatti. You know, Diego Corrales and Carl Froch and people like that. Not everybody can go to the well like that, can they? So it is what it is, isn't it? So somebody's obviously egging Charlie on, though, aren't they? To go and act like that because he looks so uncomfortable talking like that on IFL. But I feel sorry for him, really, in a way. And Joe G took him in. But what can you do? Look, you're in a weight division nobody cares about. TV people don't care about that division. And you don't do tickets, Charlie, do you? So you're managing yourself, but you don't do tickets. How many tickets did you do on that Manchester show? Come on, be honest. Didn't do any, mate, did you? It's an hard slog for you. It's a shame, really, at that weight for somebody who's basically completed the boxing book textbook of how to be a boxer. He's got everything, Charlie Edwards, except a slot. And you're not going to do yourself any favours going after boxing establishment, Charlie, like that. Go and get a manager and let them deal with it. You carry on with training. Boxers box, managers manage, promoters promote. Unless you're the guy, and that way you want to be a media guy and a PR guy. I mean, is the guy a promoter now? Gad, are you a promoter? Promoter himself. That's what you are. So that's what it is. But you should have stuck with Joe G. You got your ranking, didn't he? You got you out there, got you a few quid, and got you more dates. Rome was not built in a day, as I've just said, young man. But when you don't do tickets, it's an hard slog. But I do feel for Charlie Edwards. I see a sense of frustration and maybe people getting in his head, whispering this and that in his ear hole. No good. No good at all. So, okie dokie. That's about it, really. We'll get off now. Again, the poll. I think we'll get my dogs out. They're not going to walk themselves, are they? That it. Right. Okie doke. One piece out. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. All right. And thank you very much to everybody who left me some nice emails regarding the 4-parter I did with Julian on members area. Fantastic. It's the best stuff we've ever done, me and Julian. Really, really good. Thank you very much. Go on, pop, pop, bang. What's good for goose is good for gander.